Hello Geminis, and welcome back to my channel. This is Awakened Healings with Jess. And for those of you who recently subscribed, thank you so much. I really do appreciate your subscription and your support for my channel. Those of you who are new, welcome. This is exciting. I love having you here, and I really hope that you find some great nuggets of wisdom and inspiration for you. So this will be a general reading. This is for the mid-month of April, so the 15th through the 30th of April will be the dates that we are covering. Those of you who are new, there is also an energy report for the 1st through the 14th of April, so check that out. Also, I do weekly healing energy reports every single week, and that goes more into depth with what's going on cosmically, what's going on with the lunar cycles and things like that. And it's just a cool way to just sort of check in quickly for what's going on for the week and what it is that you need to know, any upcoming obstacles, any just advice on how to navigate things. Okay, so welcome Geminis, so glad you have stopped by. So let's get started. What I want to do is create some sacred space. This is something new. I haven't done it in my other readings, but I feel like with what's going on with the new moon and all of the up-leveling that everybody's experiencing and the new cycles that literally everyone is going through, we are all transitioning and transforming in various stages and in various ways, but it's happening through all 12 signs of the zodiac, okay? So let's get grounded. So I'm going to ring the Tibetan singing bowl twice, but after, I'll do it once. Allow yourself to inhale and exhale, and then I'll do it again and repeat the process. The idea is to let go of anything that's heavy and just let the vibrations settle and ground you, okay? So let's get ready, let's get started, okay? Okay, here we go. So what I'm going to do for you all is start off, move the amethyst. I'm going to start off with the some oracle. This is the Goddess of the Moon oracle, and this is going to lay out the theme for what's going on for you all for the next 2 weeks. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Okay, we got 2 right off the bat. Kind of a messy shuffle, but I will take those 2 cards. 2 more, please, for Gemini. And these are really great cards because they have some cool messages on like what we may be feeling or what we may be experiencing and working on. So this is a great way to start off. As I'm shuffling, right now we just finished the Aries new moon on Friday, so that brought about some interesting changes. It is all about cleansing any old karmic energy or any old toxic energy that was no longer serving us, and the energy can be in the form of opportunities, people, relationships, ideas, opinions of ourselves, anything that was no longer working for you. We got 2. Okay, perfect. So, a lot of healing and cleansing going on to create space to allow the new exciting opportunities to come in. Because right now, the month of April is all about rebirth, renewal. It's springtime, so it's perfect. Plus, it's Aries season, which is the beginning of the new zodiac cycle. So it's the new year, essentially. Okay, so let's get started. We have patience in reverse. We have the path, upright. We have resistance in reverse, and blossoming, upright. Maybe I'll show it this way. Okay, so this is interesting. This is kind of going along the lines with what I expected to see and what has been coming through with the other readings and my weekly energy reports. So, because patience came in reverse, this is how it came out. This tells me that perhaps there's a level of excitement about what's going on in your lives. Maybe it's like, okay, let's go, let's get the party started, let's get started on our plans and our intentions, and let's go, 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 because that's what Aries energy is all about. It's all about forward movement, motivation, inspired action, creativity. It is that fire energy. And with Geminis, I mean, you all are an air sign, very charismatic people, very engaging, very excited, you know, very motivated. So I can see where this will create resistance with patience if what you're seeing is not coming through quick enough. But you're on the path right now, right? You're definitely on the path of where you need to be, and you continue to allow the changes to happen because you will experience blossoming. Okay, but there is some resistance here, and this can probably go along with patience, you know, just the fact that maybe you don't like the way that the process is happening or how it's playing itself out. So all good things, just flow with it and allow the changes that need to happen in their own divine timing and in their own divine order, because you don't want to rush anything, because that could create obstacles, or it could impact how you manifest your goals, ideas, and intentions and relationships and things like that. That could impact it, or you can call it in incorrectly and you may not get exactly what you wanted. So, all right. So that is a theme for the next 2 weeks. Have patience. Know that you're on the right path. You are blossoming, calling in abundance, and just try not to resist the process. Flow with it, okay? All right, so let me move my giant. This is my rose quartz that I like to charge my tarot cards with. So we're going to do a 5-card spread, and we're going to see exactly what we've got going on for the next 2 weeks for you all, okay, Gemini? Ooh, I'm telling you, these cards are very active today. They are literally flying out of my hands. They've been doing that all morning. And I feel like this is going to continue throughout the remainder of the day. Gosh. Okay. Maybe I just need a better desk. Okay. Interesting so far. So coming out for you as a major arcana is the Silence card. And that is the 17, if I can read the Roman numerals up right. Which is the, I believe it's the Moon card for the regular tarot deck. Some people see it as the Pisces card. So perhaps, Gemini, some of you are dealing with Pisces in your lives. But in this reading, it is all about getting silent. So settling down, going within yourselves, and receiving, you know, the intuitive messages that you need to receive, which is interesting. So we're seeing that, I mean, you're resistant to patience right now. So some of you may be feeling like, okay, hurry up, you know, when am I going to manifest what I want to manifest? When is this happening? It's not coming in quickly enough, but you're being called to get silent. And it did come out reversed, okay? So there may be some resistance, and we saw resistance in your weekly theme card is maybe it's a resistance to the process. But there may be some resistance to settling down, slowing down, and going within. But I think that's what's going to help you call in what you're trying to manifest, or what you're trying to bring into your life right now. We'll take this one. Okay, so Gemini, let's see what we got. Ooh, okay, okay. Yeah. Wheel of Change. Silence. Bottom of the deck is We Are the World. This is beautiful energy. Okay. Okay, let's get started. You have the Silence card, which I want to say is the Pisces card in the regular tarot deck. This is about tapping into your inner intuition, trusting your gut, trusting your inner knowing, tapping into the divine spirit energy, aligning yourself with your spirit guides, and opening yourself up to hear the messages that you need to receive right now because you are going through a change. This is the 10 card. This is a major arcana card as well. And this is the Wheel of Change in the regular tarot deck. Because it came up reversed, this is about maybe potential bad luck could be on the forefront. This is about karma, starting new karma. So make sure that however this change is coming in, allow it to happen, because you don't want to, like I was cautioning earlier in your theme cards, you don't want to call in or manifest something incorrectly, okay? So be careful with how you're using your energy right now. Two of Water. This is friendliness. Perhaps some of you are, and this is reverse, so there could be potential conflict or friction with partners. This is all about partnership. And this can be looked at in several different ways. It can be about friends. This can be friendships. Maybe there is some strife and struggle there. This could also be business relationships and, family relationships. But most importantly, if this is about romantic relationships, this is about pure love. Really, this whole card is about love, the type of love that you give to those who are most important in your lives. This is pure, unconditional love. And if this is for a romantic purpose, this is about taking off the definitions of a relationship, the constraints, the restrictions, the requirements of a relationship. And it's just about loving your partner, loving the other person from the most purest sense of the definition. It is pure love. It's the highest form of love. So I want to talk about this upright. This came out for one of the other signs that I just did, and when this comes through in a twin flame situation or a soulmate situation, a lot of people feel like, okay, we're in this great relationship, we love each other, the next step is marriage. Is it? Because when people are in that mindset, they're approaching their relationship from a point of fear, right? It's about like solidifying the commitment. It's like, we have to get married because that's the end all be all. Okay, sometimes that may not be what's best for this relationship. Maybe it is just a firm, solid commitment, knowing that your beloved just loves you for who you are. And maybe it doesn't have to end in marriage right now. Maybe it's allowing the relationship to be as it needs to be. And allowing the twins and the soulmates to come to an understanding of what feels right to them. This is about creating your best relationship from a place of non-judgment, from a place of maybe detachment. Because when we're attached is when we create fear. When we're attached, it's like, I'm going to lose this person, blah, blah, blah. We got to get married. We got to do this. We got to make it official. Well, when you're doing that, you're blocking the love. You're blocking the growth of the relationship, because relationships grow and evolve over time because the two people are growing and evolving. So with that, the dynamics of the relationship have to shift. So if you're imposing fear restrictions or fear-based restrictions, it's going to impact the growth and the beauty of this relationship. It's going to impact the true essence of the love that's being expressed. So I feel like this is what needs to be discussed right now regarding relationships, because this is friendliness. And in romantic situations, yeah, you know, there's passion, there's love, there's sex, there's excitement. All that fades. And when it's gone, what are you left with? In real solid relationships, it's a friendship. Two people who really love each other, and the relationships that last and have the staying power is because they're friends at the base. So maybe this is about you assessing, are you friends with your beloved? Could your relationship withstand that change? You know, when the passion and the fire and the excitement is gone. Because when that's gone, it's just two people. Will you like each other then? So I don't know. This is something interesting that you all have to think about, because you are really being called to get silent, and you're going through a change. So that could be part of that. Some of you may be isolating yourselves literally. This is about becoming stoic. This is about freezing out your emotions. This is about not wanting to acknowledge what's there. But the image here is an Iceman where he's actually warming up. He is allowing the rainbow tears to flow. He is allowing himself to feel, to process, to cleanse. So sometimes, you know, a good cleansing cry is what's in order. And don't be ashamed of being emotional, Gemini. I'm not saying to do it out in public, but, you know, when you're alone and when you're thinking about the transition and you're thinking about your life and what you want in it, allow those feelings to come to the surface, because you just don't want them to bottle up. You know, you have to let them come out. You have to get it out of yourself, because if not, that energy, that just collects as blockages literally within your body. And that becomes part of your shadow. And then that becomes part of the filter and how you view the world. That becomes your world perspective, your world view. And if it's negative and if it's blocked because unprocessed emotions, that's what creates imbalance in people, and that's what creates emotional unavailable people, because they haven't processed their wounding, they haven't processed their emotions, and they haven't had that full release that they need in order to clear themselves of this negative energy. So don't become the Iceman. Allow your heart to open up and to warm up and to process what needs to come out. But crowning over this is the source. This is the Ace of Fire. So you, once this change happens, allow it to happen first off, so that way it's not reversed. Because when you do, this is the ultimate creative power. This is the energy of your solar plexus. This is what's going to hurtle you into your new life. This is the source of the energy that attracts people to you and attracts opportunities to you. And this is the inspiration, the source of the inspiration that gives you that life fire energy to create what you want, to be the person that you want. Bottom of the deck is we are the world. You are fully supported. You are connected. You are connected with people. You are connected on all various levels. It's just reversed. So don't doubt it. Don't rush it. Allow the transition to happen as it needs to happen. Okay, Geminis? So I hope that resonated with you and made sense for those who needed to hear the message. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some clarifiers. This is the Untamed Oracle deck. I'm also going to do a 5-card spread. What this does is that it allows us to identify any dualities and synchronicities between the two readings. And this kind of acts as a confirmation of messages. It's like saying, yes, that is the message that you need to hear. Or, hey, here's the message, but here's a clarifying point about that. So, and it's untamed. So some of the messages come out in a really interesting way. But we'll see. We'll see what comes out for you. One thing I want to say while I'm shuffling about the relationships is communication. Can't remember if I talked about this in the beginning of this video, but right now, Aries, Mercury has gone direct and Mars has moved into Gemini. Okay, first card. It's a 10 card. Self-care. So with Mars in Gemini and Mercury direct now, this is a perfect time for communication. So if you're having conflict with partners in whatever fashion, people are more receptive to hearing what you have to say, and you will be more articulate in your delivery. The only thing is that it's a two-way street, so allow the other person, reverse. So allow the other person an opportunity to speak their piece, share their perspective with you, because sometimes this is not about you just always being right and saying what you need to say and that's the end of it. It's about a shared conversation, an exchange of ideas, an exchange of perspectives. Okay? So allow that to happen right now. Harness the energy, because it is supporting right now conversations. And more specifically, because we're in between 2 Libra full moons, we have a lunar cycle to really evaluate these relationships and fix what needs to be fixed or release what needs to be released, okay? What's going on in between these 2 Libra full moons is that this is literally a point of who makes the cut in your life. Who stays, who goes. And it can be a permanent cut, it could be a temporary cut. But if it's temporary, it's to allow people, both parties, to grow and to up-level, because you're up-leveling right now. And, you know, you are stepping into your truth and your power. And perhaps the other person, the other party, is not doing that right now. Or they're vibrating at a lower energy, which is creating the friction. So this separation, if that is what you are intending to do with that particular relationship that you see is creating problems, that could be what's happening. It's just that because you're up leveling and vibrating up here, maybe they're not. And with, you know, with cleansing conversations and with everything that you're experiencing here, maybe a temporary separation, few weeks, few months, whatever, will allow that person to rise up to meet you energetically where you're at, and you will have a more harmonious and balanced relationship. And again, that can be with romantic partners, that can be with business partners, family, friends, whatever. Okay, so that's just something to keep in mind with what's going on right now between the 2 Libra full moons. Okay, so we have some cards for you. Bottom of the deck is Manifest, reversed. So we are, like I said, you are in the wheel of change right now, and there's some resistance, which is impacting how you're manifesting. Okay, and you don't want that. And I talked about that earlier, you know, during the reading, was just cautioning you all just to be careful with how you're presenting yourselves and how you're allowing the energy to flow. So center is 10. This is all about self-care, so slowing down, getting enough rest, hydrating yourself. This is literally, it's showing an image of plants and, you know, buckets of water to water the root, water the plant, take care of it. So maybe some of you are feeling really stressed out. Do something nice for yourself, you know, maybe a quiet evening at home, you know, watching a movie, ordering some takeout. What also helps, you know, if you're feeling frenzied, is a nice cleansing salt bath. I'm a huge fan of the Himalayan pink salts, and it's great. It's great for just clearing all the crap out of your aura, because even though you may be self-caring a lot, you're getting enough sleep, you're eating well, maybe you're hydrating well, working out, but you're still like off, because you are off right now. This is coming out in your reading. You're out of alignment. A salt bath. There is something about the ions in the salt. They are, so I think it's not sodium chloride, but like the salt, sodium chemical sign, you know, it's Na+2. That +2 charge has a reaction with the water. And since our bodies are primarily water, it helps detox and literally bind to anything that's in our bodies. It does have a cleansing, it has a cleansing effect. Literally, and this is scientific, so it does have a cleansing effect and detoxing effect to pull out any heavy minerals and things that are just stuck, because it has that +2 charge. So it's literally doing that. It's a chemical reaction that's going on for you. So salt baths are great. They will help change you from this to that. You come into alignment. You need to align yourselves spiritually, energetically. You know, get in touch with your higher power. Ask your spirit guides for assistance. Tap into the divine power to receive the messages that you need to receive. Maybe do a yoga class. Yoga is wonderful for realigning the body and realigning the chakras. Lots of breathing. Because all this is going on, you have fulfillment here, but it is reversed for the reasons why we talked about. Same thing with abundance. You have the abundance card as well. So, Geminis. Oh, and partnerships. Reversed. Okay, and I just talked in depth about love and, you know, the friendliness card and just sort of what that means. So I don't want to go back into it again. I think I did gave a pretty thorough explanation of what that means, and maybe shared some insight and guidance on how to approach your relationships from a different point of view and allow it to grow organically without any like restrictions and guidelines. But you know, you have to slow down and allow the process to work, because you are, abundance and fulfillment is here for you. It's here. Partnerships are here for you, but you're blocking. So let go of the control. It's ultimate surrender. You are in your manifestation power, but it's blocked. Okay. This is great that it's coming in right now, because this is cautioning you. That way you have the insight on what you need to do about it, okay? But this is overall a very good reading, you know. It's a matter of just turning these upright. That's it. And then you will have an amazing life. Everything you want will be fulfilled. You will be in abundance. Your partnerships will be right where they need to be, and you will experience the purest form of love. Okay? So it's all there for you, Geminis, all there for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull from the Shamanic Oracle deck and see what we have in store for you on this front. What I like about the Shamanic Oracle, those of you who are new, is that it offers interesting insights, more in-depth spiritual insights as to what's going on here in your reading. Oftentimes you will see a third confirmation of the message that has come through in both the tarot and the oracle. This is just another way to just look at the situation. Or if you have any questions that have popped up from the two readings, usually this kind of closes everything up nicely. It gives you a good way to move forward. The guidance is usually right on. Yeah, you'll get the answers that you need. There goes 2. Awesome. Okay. Let me move these over here. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the arrow, reversed. And in the Shamanic Oracle, anything that's reversed is regarded as medicine, which is not a bad thing. It is, I kind of prefer it. The messages are usually spot on with where they need to be. Okay, interesting. So, the seer. I like this for you guys. This is perfect for you all, and you're going to see why. Water, which is right in line with what I was saying. You need to flow. Water is very cleansing and purifying, and it will help you rebalance yourselves and cleanse any negative energy, and taming the wind. Very nice. Okay, I'm happy to see all this. So what I like to do is I like to read from the book because one, there's a lot of symbology within the cards. I want to make sure you understand what the card means. And two, I want to make sure that you get the message that you need to get and that it's done accurately because the messages are usually way too important. So we're going to start off with the seer. The seer represents the capacity to reach beyond the obvious details of life into the hidden realms where information is available to those with the discernment to perceive it. This symbol represents psychic perception, intuition, and the capacity to know something without prior exposure. The seer knows truth, always seeks truth beyond all else, and sees reality as it truly is without judgment. The seer can read between the lines and understand what is not being said. He represents the power of clarity and being able to recognize patterns. Okay, so this came up upright, so this is the message for you. The seer invites you to trust your intuition, and follow it as it leads you forward. You may feel lost when it appears that your hunch is taking you in circles or even through a maze, but the hidden realms don't follow the rules of a two-dimensional map. Trust your gut and allow your perception of your circumstances to widen to include the nuances and subtle clues or cues that you normally miss if you take things at face value. The seer has gifted you with his magic. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Your vision is clear. Okay, Gemini? So you're where you need to be. Quit being impatient, because this came up in your theme. And do your best to no longer resist as part of your theme. You are exactly where you need to be. Things are happening as they should be. And all this resistance and impatience is creating a lot of reversals for you. It's blocking all the good things that are trying to enter. Okay, and we just saw that. Partnerships, true love, fulfillment, abundance. What else do we have here? The source is here for you to create, to call in anything you want. Okay? Trust the process. That's what the seer is saying for you. Water, this is pretty self-explanatory. We don't really need to spend too much time on this one, but it's upright. This is telling you to flow. Flow with the energy, let go, release, embody the qualities of water. Just going with the flow, and if there's an obstacle in your way, water either like splits itself, like if there's a rock in a stream, it goes around it. That rock has nothing on the water. It's just gonna go around that obstacle like, oh, you're there. Okay, cool, going around. So when obstacles are presenting themselves in your lives, try and embody the quality of water, because that's what's going to bring about successful changes in your life, and it will bring in abundance. Okay, I do want to read the Taming of the Wind though. Here the feather, a symbol that is used in clearing ceremonies for smudging, reminds you of the sacred commitment you make to your life. This is a symbol of consciously bringing the spiritual into the material, infusing the world with reverence and an acknowledgement of the higher planes of existence that influence and animate all life. The feather is a symbolic reminder of deliberately entering into a partnership with the Great Spirit to co-create for the highest good for all. Okay, so again, you know, you have the power to manifest, but you're out of alignment with yourself right now. And you know, throughout the reading, the message has been tap into the divine spirit and co-create. It's been about aligning yourselves with the divine, getting still, getting balanced, and listening to your intuition, because that's what's going to help you manifest everything you want. Okay, so the invitation here is, it's time to clear your energy, be present, and become conscious of how you communicate. We talked about communication. Right now, like I said, Mercury retrograde has ended. Mercury is now direct. Mars is in Gemini. So this is the perfect time for communication. This is a good time to write in a journal and put your thoughts into a cohesive form. Perhaps you need to actually do a smudging ceremony in your home or office. creating a sacred space to write about your dreams and desires. Just remember that when taming the wind appears as a symbol, it's time to honor the Great Spirit with reverence and respect. So I like that for you all. And then let's talk about the bottom of the deck, which is the arrow. And this came in reversed. I think this is the only reversal that you all had in this particular deck. So receiving this symbol reminds you that when you are in alignment with your heart and soul, you are on target and will soon be hitting your mark. Talked about alignment, and like I said, this card came in here to show you that you are indeed out of alignment right now with yourselves. But that's okay, we're going to fix that. So, I love the synchronicities that are going on here. This is exciting. Okay, so you are on target and will soon be hitting your mark. Be true to your calling, release attachments, and free yourself from the bondage of unbridled ambition. Now is revealed to be a moment of contact with which your intention meets... Now is revealed to be a moment of contact in which your intention meets the material world. The arrow also symbolizes the need to set your creativity free. Okay, so this came up reversed. So the medicine here is, this is a time to admit that by continuing on the path you are on, you might be shooting yourself in the foot. Could it be that you have become so attached to winning this game that you have missed the true mark? What if your arrow was never meant to land where you wanted it? Now is the time to regroup and ask yourself if what you desire is really worth your energy. This is a sign that something better is waiting. Consider the wisdom in not getting what you want. Suffering in this case is a pathway to heal the parts of you that feel unworthy, the parts that worry there isn't enough. Make peace with those voices. What is truly yours will be waiting for you. Beautiful. Okay? I love it. I love it because it is right in line with what we've all been saying, or what I've been saying. Actually, we, the spirits, are coming through. What we've been saying all through the reading. So let's go ahead and pull some messages from the Pure Love deck. This is, gosh. I'll take this one. The rest, I can't. It was just too much of a splash. But this is messages between the divine feminines and masculines. I like to pull 2 for each. Cards are very jumpy, and like I said, they've been jumpy all morning long, literally. That's interesting. Okay. One more, please, for Gemini. One more, please, for Gemini. Whoa, interesting. Okay. So there is separation. Kind of like what I was picking up earlier in the reading when I talked about the friendliness card, the qualities of pure love, all of that. So the masculine would like to communicate to his feminine, saying, you are not open to love right now, and I see my future with you. Okay? So that's what the masculine would like to share with his feminine. Feminine, interestingly enough, is, you are not available to connect right now. I wish I could hug you right now. So there is some synchronicities going on here. So the connection is off. Heart chakras are closed. Perhaps on both ends. Because both the masculine and the feminine are saying the same thing. That the other person is not available to connect or not available to love right now. But they see their futures together and there's love. I mean, the feminine wishes that she could hug her masculine right now. So This is about getting honest with what's going on in your relationship and what it is that you want your relationship to look like. I really do think it goes back to taking off restrictions and rules and false timelines, and we got to do this and that to get to this goal of marriage. You know, I don't know why I keep saying marriage is coming through. So this is for somebody. But it's about like, we got to do this, we got to do that, we got to hurry up and progress and blah, 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 blah. That's all false. That's all false timing. It's pre-programmed thought. It's not helping the integrity of the relationship. It's clear that there is love here, but neither one of you are connecting. Neither one of you, you know, are there. I mean, there is a clear disconnect, you know, there is a clear separation here. But I think it really goes back to what's going on in your relationship. And it's going to take a really cleansing and healing conversation to get true with what it is you specifically want. And it may require a complete mind shift in the definition of your relationship. You can be committed without doing A, B, C, X, Y, Z. Just allow the relationship to be, to breathe, to organically grow as it needs to. Allow your love to guide you. Okay? Not your egoic mind. Not what society is telling you what your relationship should look like. It is all about your love for your beloved. And allow that energy to guide the relationship where it needs to go. Okay, so I really hope that that makes sense for some of you all that need this message and that it's resonating. Okay, so Geminis, I like to always pull from the Nature's Oracle deck. This is how I like to close out my readings. The imagery in these cards is really inspiring and uplifting. The messages are usually inspirational and affirming. So it's a great way to sort of close out, you know, the reading and kind of top off what's going on for the last half of April. Okay, so splitting the deck 3 ways. Taking the top. Aha. Keep your dreams alive. Okay. I love this for you all, Geminis. Let love be your beacon. Yes. And heighten your vitality. I love it. I love it. Geminis, your future is bright. You have nothing to worry about. This cycle is exactly what you need. It is bringing in wealth, health, abundance, love. Everything that you want is coming in. You are in your manifestation period. Allow the changes to happen. Do not resist. Be patient. Tap into the water source, your water energy. Flow with it. You will be glad that you did. All of this will get cleared up. All the reversals will turn upright. Beautiful reading, Geminis. Beautiful reading. So yeah, have a great remainder of April. I will check in with you in May. That's going to be exciting. Feel free to comment down below on what you all are working on and how your month is going. I really want to hear from you. I want to get to know all of you. Thank you for those who have subscribed. And to all of you who are new, please feel free to share, like, and subscribe to my channel. Check out the weekly healing energy forecast. The one for the mid-month is coming up today for 7 through 14 April. Check out the one from last week, 1 through 7. There may be some nuggets of information that will help you out as well. Okay? Love you all. Take care, and I'll see you in May. Bye.